Hello, welcome to Fabie and Sylvie. I'm Fabie,
I'm Sylvie.
and we want to welcome you guys to our channel. So, who we are and why we decided to do YouTube. I don't even know what to tell you to be honest with you. Sylvie's my cousin, and we wanted to have this channel to bring something different, because we wanted to have this episode's called Let's Talk. So we will ask each other some questions to getting to know each other in a deeper level. We have segments where we would talk about a hot topic. So just scenarios like what would you do? And our last part of our Let's Talk sessions, we would have well, we will talk about something that's happening in the world right now, whether it goes into religion, faith, or the culture, just anything that's happening. We'll ask each other questions. We'll be able to have guest speakers come in. We have a lot on the go for you guys, so welcome, and we hope that you enjoy.
Yes, welcome. Hopefully, the week has been good to you. Definitely, as my cousin said, we are looking to build this platform that we started. Um, we're looking to get you hooked on topics of discussions that where all of us we could learn a little bit of something here and there. Definitely exploring whatever it is that you guys would like to talk about. If you have questions, of course, we'll have all of that information for you where you could email us your questions ahead of time. Or when we do live studios, you can email us, text us, put it in the chat questions for us to answer on the spot. We look forward to, building this social media relationship together.
Yes. So if you haven't done it, subscribe to our channel, Fabie and Sylvie TV, and our email will be in the description. You can always send us your anonymous story or things that you're looking for answers for. We will not share the name, but we'll be able to add it into our next sessions as we grow. And another thing too, keep your alert on because I don't want to tell you every time we're going live. So the minute you have your alert bell on, which will be on the bottom, you're able to go ahead and know the next time we go live, you'll get a notification on your phone.
And
So
then, oh, so before
go
you start, Abby, because
ahead.
I just want to add this thing to it where, this is something new for us, right? And the way we want to go about it is we want to make it as comfortable and natural as possible because I don't really necessarily follow scripts. If I tell you honestly, I had a whole card. It's still standing in front of me right now, like as I'm looking at you. And I'm not following it the way I need to. So we want to make sure that it's natural and that we get the feedback from you. And based on the feedback that we get from you, that's how we want to run this discussion and this platform. Again, we need you to let us know how we doing. What do you like? Each episode that you will see coming up in the future. What do you like? What do you think we could do better so that we can improve? So we can make this as interesting and filled with contents that we could talk about, discuss, and explore together. And that's about it.
Exactly. And I agree with Sylvie because like if there's some things or subjects, topics that you would like us to talk about, we want that. Like you can send us an email at Fabie and Sylvie at gmail.com. But like I said, I will have it in the description. You could click it and hopefully if anybody would like to join us, you more than welcome to. We will take guest speakers. You can join us for one of our sessions and we'll send you the information. So we are going to get started.
All right.
So this is what we talked about, okay? I was supposed to look for 5 questions to ask Sylvie, and she's supposed to be doing the same thing. But I don't know what her question is going to be, or she doesn't know my question. But we're still going to answer each other's questions. So even though she asked me a question, I'm still looking for her answer for the same question too. So we could alternate. I'll ask first, and then ask
Yes.
after.
No. Go ahead. You could go first.
um, I think. I would ask this, and our next episode, see why I picked this question first. It says, what is your favorite book to read?
My favorite book to read. The one book that I really enjoyed reading was Malcolm X. That was the one book I really enjoyed really reading. Not to say that any other book that I have read in my life were not as interesting, but for me, that was the book that I constantly, when I have to go back to it, enjoy reading. So I'll say Malcolm X biography.
Okay. Um, I think for me, I have see. It's like there's no middle ground with me, right? It's either I'm all the way right or all the way left, and I like a lot of different genres. But if I had to pick a book that really spoke to me, I think it had to be it's I don't even know if it's considered a book. It's more like it's a devotional. I think
What do you mean devotional? Like the
it's like
Bible?
yeah, not like yeah, it's a devotional about like the power of a praying wife. Like I think that was one of those things where you felt like you just get married and you're like, is everything, am I fulfilling my duties as a wife? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? And I think when I started doing those devotionals and looking at different things, it's like, oh, I'm not alone. Obviously there's millions of people going through the same thing, whether the first year of marriage, second year of marriage, or whatever the year is. But I think things like that, that you get like real life stories where you feel like you could relate to it, I think kind of helped me to kind of say, I'm good. I'm okay. So I think that's one of those things. And then there's like a lot of other different things in terms of inspirational things that I love reading. And the more you guys get to know me, you'll see like I'm more like the faith based wise, and Sylvia will give me a whole complete opposite
So
opinion.
basically, you telling us that times to times you will drop some inspirational quotes and quotes from the
Definitely.
that
Yes, I will. I will.
of course.
But but no, I think that's one of the things that for me I relate to. It has to be relatable.
Yes, I agree. It has to be something that you're hooked on where it relates to you, to your life, real life, and you can make connection with. So I agree with that.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
exactly.
It makes
So
sense.
your turn.
My turn. All right. This is the
Yes.
part where I said everything is scripted and then I never follow. That's the part. So now, cuz it's telling me ask a question and I'm like, good
What
question.
question?
What question?
Oh my goodness.
So how about you throw me a question and then I ask you that question? There you
I
go.
got you. You know I'm ready. You know I got like 100 questions here for you.
Yeah,
So if
please.
you could live anywhere, where would it be?
That's a great question. I feel like I need to answer this myself, but I'm gonna ask you that
No,
question.
no, no, go
Hey,
ahead.
by
I'll
the way,
answer after.
if you could leave anywhere, where would it be? Fab, where would it be?
I don't know. Like,
That's a good
if
question.
you would have asked me this question maybe a couple of years ago, my answer, I would have had an answer for you. I'll probably say like, no problem. But 2020 hit. Listen, my whole life and world has changed. So that's a different conversation for a different time. But I think I would stay where I'm at. I'm happy being in Canada. I love my country. That sounds so cliche, but I enjoy being here. I think living with where I'm living with the flexibility to travel wherever I get financially, not more or less to live a certain type of place. Because any day I would have said, take me to the tropics, anywhere tropical, right? In the West Indies, it could be back home to Haiti,
Yes,
it could be
yes,
anywhere, right? Take
yeah.
me there. But now I'm looking at life in a different perspective. It's like, no, I'm happy where I'm at. Just let me know if I could take, I should be able to afford a 2 months vacation, 3 months vacation, or the freedom to do what I please. I think, um, yeah, that's my answer at least.
Okay.
What about you?
For me, I'm not a winter person, despite the fact that I'm a winter baby. I do not like winter. I think that I like winter when it's time to go skiing, sports wise, explore nature. But where I live right now in New York, that winters is not suiting me so well. My bones hurts. but if I had to pick, I feel like I would want to live in the islands and somewhere warm like Martinique, Guadeloupe. And I say this because I feel like I want to be close to people that look like me and get that comfort food that I love so much. Right? Haiti too. Those would be the island that I would want to live on. Of course, now with this pandemic, there's so many things going on where it's like, okay, well, wherever you're going, there's no hiding. COVID is everywhere. So with that said, it kind of put things into a different perspective for all of us, I think. So prior to COVID, I'll say, you know what, Haiti, here I am, I'm coming. Martinique, Guadeloupe, let me see you. But now it's like, I kind of not a sort of, and I love to travel. I kind of not a sort of want to be anywhere else besides where I am. So I did think about California though, but it's like, I guess I'll stay where I am now. Yeah, I'll stay there.
So now, if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One meal
For the rest of your life.
for the rest of my life.
hmm
You're asking the wrong person that question. No. No.
One meal.
One meal. I love mangoes, but I mean, seeing myself eating that for the rest of my life. Uh, I don't know. I love that lumbi too, man. Nah, I can't answer that question. I have too many things that I like. It'll be too difficult. That means that you know what? It'll have to be the place where I'm at. If I was to be stuck there, will determine what I eat for the rest of my life because I can't make that decision for myself. I love to eat. There's no way. So if I end up in an island where it's nothing but fish, then that's what I'll be eating all day, every day. Done.
I think for me, I love chicken. I love chicken. Okay, so I can have
Chicken,
chicken,
chicken, chicken.
chicken 24/7. However the chicken comes, I don't care. Let's go. Let's have it. So, I want a full Haitian meal. Okay, because they said a meal. It didn't say one item. Like, give me Haitian food.
Yes, you did say that. A meal.
What meal? So give me
Meal.
Haitian food. Don't matter what it is. Give me
Diricole.
rice and jikole, John John, Jiapaouche. That's my food. Let's go. Um, Add a salad, some kind of a veggie. Trying to be healthy here. And
Yeah.
macaroni. Like, okay, I guess it won't be healthy to eat macaroni every day,
Na na na
but
na.
you can
Macaroni,
rotate it.
macaroni gratiné.
Yeah.
Whoosh. Dude, this is good.
Yes. Yes. I'm hungry now. You make me hungry now.
You know,
So yeah, that's what. Give me chicken. Anything chicken.
baked chicken,
Um,
fried chicken, chicken,
and
chicken.
so do you like or do you dislike surprises?
Um, I think I'm going to stay neutral on that. The only reason why is because I think that if it comes from a place where, and it should, surprises should be coming from a place where somebody, really intentionally tried to make you happy and surprise you with something that you've been wanting for a while and it's just, never happen and then that person make it happen for you. So surprises, it's not that I don't like them or I like them. I think I'm open to it. I don't have a problem. Yeah.
Um, I
Oh,
don't
don't
like
tell me you don't like
surprises.
surprises.
I don't
So
like.
how about this? How about you get this, I don't know, you've been wishing or wanting for this one thing and all of a sudden, we set it up and we get you exactly that
Okay,
thing.
so I guess it depends on when and how. I think I don't think I shouldn't say I don't like surprises. The better term is I like surprises in private.
In private.
Yeah.
Ooh, give me an example in private because I
Okay.
noticed that a lot of
So
people think
so when
nowadays.
Andrew was proposing,
Hmm.
he knew that I always said whenever you want to make it happen, don't do this whole ordeal with everybody getting like back then the phones and the recording, like you didn't have all these new, like you had iPhones, but I'm talking about like iPhone like 3G or just like the old iPhone where it wasn't all about social media, right? So you wouldn't have people recording as they do now. I'm not into that reaction. I'm not into whether you cry, whether you not, for everybody, for the world to see. I'm more of a person like today, like he went to like we go for our daily walk, right? And I've been saying I want sweats, and he went to Walmart today just to go buy something else, and he came back with like the sweatsuits, like the full set for me, and that's thoughtful, and I like that. That's a surprise that caught me off guard, but it was I don't like the whole let's set up a surprise birthday party and you have 100 people at your house and open the door. Oh my goodness, what's her reaction? I would probably just close the door and walk out. And believe it that like I'm such a planner and organizer and I love big ordeals, but when it comes to me personally, I'm not that. Hence why I had a destination wedding, right? Because everybody expected me to go big, like Cinderella, and I was just like, no, I want something intimate. Just I
Yeah,
don't want
private,
all of that. Yeah,
private.
so I think it's good that I clarify what I said with not wanting surprise. I just like it in private. I don't want to have a million people involved to stay. If you're gonna do something genuine, make it about me and you or whoever. It doesn't have to be a relationship, it could be family or friendship. Don't put everybody and their mama in it.
I
Like
I agree. I agree. I think it makes sense. I think, it makes it that much better. And I think that for the individual that is at the other hand of that surprise, they really appreciate that much more better, right? Because
yeah, like
yeah,
that's me. I'm I enjoy being me, so like I don't want
yeah, we
to,
know that.
yeah, so like I don't want all of that. I'm in my, I have my people, I have who I talk to daily, and I go on my day. So I'm
Yeah,
happy and content with
yeah,
that.
private people near
Yeah,
you that are genuine and that you know truly in their heart that that's what they are for you, happy for you. So and they want to share this moment with you, genuinely want to share this moment with you. So it's not needed for 100, 200 people and everybody's staring like
yeah.
what's she gonna say, and then you're like, oh God.
And
Yeah.
so in the evening, so let's just say tonight, would you rather play a game, visit a relative, watch a movie, or read?
What you mean, like, as far as
So
what?
what's your evening would look like? So if it's an evening like tonight,
Regular
right?
evening night.
What would you rather do? Play a game, whether it's a board game or whatever, visit a relative? Would you spend your time watching a movie or would you rather read?
To be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, I probably spend time stuffing my face with some cake, chocolate, watch a movie. That's pretty much. I mean, if the weather would be good, I mean, if the weather was good, I'm sorry, as far as sunny, nice and warm out, then I would actually step out and go out and hang out with my friends. But since it's not, definitely stay home. I'm kind of a homebody.
Me too. Me too.
Believe
And
it
I
or not.
think this is why we click because I'm
Yeah.
okay. Like, let me be home. I'm fine. There's so much stuff I could do. I think for me, it would be kind of my daily evenings are like most all of it combined. Maybe not more or less on the playing games.
Mm,
I would now that we're in a pandemic, I would remove the visit a relative more with like talking to my
mhm.
relatives. I talk to my siblings, my mother daily, like 2, 3 times a day, and the evening is kind of like our thing late night before you fall asleep. Like you put a movie on Netflix and fall asleep like the first 10 minutes. That's like a routine for Andrew and I. And then I read. I read. It could be a book, it could be a magazine. Well, I think Facebook end up being your reading pleasures because clearly you're reading everybody's life stories on there. But
And that's
no,
something.
sometimes too with my Kindle, I would read, and I read mostly first thing in the morning or late at night. Depends if Andrew's already sleeping, and I'll try to dim my light, right? So the light,
Yeah, so that the light
go to
doesn't bother
sleep,
him
go
before
to
he's like,
sleep.
yo, go to sleep.
Yep.
Go to sleep. Turn
So
that light
I
off.
I tend to do that quite a bit.
Okay.
So last question.
Yes, go ahead, hit me with it.
Um, I had a question, but I think I want to change it.
Well, you we are alive, so it's up to you. Hey, change it.
Oh yes, I got it. If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good question.
Ooh, you know I come ready, Sylvie. Now you know I get you thinking.
That's a good
I know
question.
you're gonna. I know for episode 2 you're gonna come ready for me. So I'm waiting. I know you're gonna come deep.
That's a good question because I tell you what, now that I'm older and it's like I wish I could have gone back so many times to fix this, that, and the third, but I feel that an ideal age where I would have went back would be when I turned 28. I think 28, 27, around that age. I think that was an ideal time where if I had to go back, I would go back.
So okay.
About 26, 27, around that. So let's just say 25 and up. If I could, I would. Like if I knew like there was that time machine, back to the future, no, back to the past, whichever, which one of them. I I would do it because that 25, 26, 27 year going to 28, woo, I would love to go back because some people would have been and then some of the thing I would have made moves differently because now that I know the things that I know, had I started and I knew them back then, oh my God. Whew, you know, you should have never asked me
So
this
you
question.
said the year 28.
Yeah, pretty much 2000, yeah, 28, 25. I'll say 25, 26, going to that, yeah, 25, 26, because that's when I think it was a turning point for me in the sense where I started to understand things a little bit different. Um, Maturity wise, a little bit different, this mindset that I have, but I think ideally would be the 28 years old. It would be, if I could do 30. So technically, I have a couple of years that I would want to do over. Yeah, I have a couple of years I want to do over. And I bet you a lot of people too, they probably like, talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and um before I even answer my portion, any of the questions that we asked, I want to know your answers. Like comment below, tell us what your experience are and what year would you go back in and next session we can choose to share one of your answers to see if we're related or if any of the things that you said is relatable with our
We got
opinions,
topic.
with our topic, right? So for me, can I have two answers?
No, just make it short. And nobody want to hear us talk all day, all night. As a matter of fact, you could tell already it's nighttime in my background. So it's like chop chop. Let's make this quick. Let's
So
go.
I have two answers. Okay, so the first one, I would say 2014, because that's the year I got married. So I think, don't think it the wrong way. That's not where I'm going with that. I mean, more or less on the first year, knowing what I know now, it probably would have made the first year of marriage easier because they say like it's the hardest. But to be honest, now that I'm year 6, thank God, I'm hoping it's not the first year. Like it's not the first year. For me, I think it's like the first 5 years, okay? Because boy, um with
Thanks.
what I know now, I think that would have made it the journey in the path easier without you ever questioning like, is this for me? Is this like you don't go into it thinking it's gonna be pitches and cream, but you don't know what you're going to do, right? Or what's going to happen. So I think that year would have been okay, like better for me, and we probably would have had a better smooth selling
But
journey.
you know what? Now that you say that, I have a question for you. How did you know that he was the one? Because that's a question that a lot of people, you know, when you get to meet somebody and you're like, okay, is he the one? Like, how can you make that determination that the person is the
So
one?
you know what though? You know what? I want to be able to bring Andrew on and go through that and tell you guys more
Oh,
about us because I don't want to answer that yet because you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised because a lot of people don't know our story and like we've actually 2020 makes 10 years since we've been together, right? So we married for 6 and we've been together for 10 years. So yes, he is my best friend. And I'm not saying that because, oh, your husband's supposed to be, but genuinely he is my best friend. So that's what I was like, that year we would have made the transitioning easier. So without getting too deep into it, I want him to be here so you guys get to hear our stories and get a bit more about our personalities and what we do. But if I had to say what year would I go back to, knowing that we're almost at the end of 2020, I would say right where I am
okay.
because this has pushed me to not be too busy. It has pushed me to prioritize other things. I mean, we're here having a YouTube. Like we're quarantining at home, not like in terms of but lockdown, I mean restrictions. And there's a lot of things that you're like, this is not as important as people made it. A lot of the life and fast life rush things, this is a huge wake up call for this season, this year, that in our journey, not saying that this is the first pandemic. Well, for my lifetime, it's my first pandemic that I am
For
aware
mine
of,
too.
right? So ideally, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't need to know what happened in the 1800s, whatever, 1900s. It's more or less on what's happening now in our world. A lot of the things that we prioritized became close
Irrelevant.
it down, close it down. So I think I've learned so much this year and challenged myself
Mm-hmm.
so much to
Mm-hmm.
prioritize me, to prioritize my family, to know where do I want to go. If I was able to let that go for 8 months or 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a priority, right? So
Ignore me, because I'm trying to do this angle
you
with the
you
camera.
got you got the angle, okay? So you don't even need to be doing
Sorry.
all that. You got it. You got it. Natural beauty, yes, you got it. Okay, so we're gonna take a short little break and we are going to talk about our hot topic. And the hot topic is actually quite interesting. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. We'll be back. What you do for your break?
I just stared at the damn screen. I
I
can't do
had some
nothing.
water. I had
I didn't even
some
think
water.
about water. I didn't even think about water. I didn't even think about anything. I was like, I'm just
I
going
feel
to
it. I
support.
said, I bet you still will be staring at the screen like, oh,
You
geez, don't
already
mind
know.
us. Okay, this is our first video. We promise we're gonna get better or not. We're not looking for perfection. We're just grateful that you're spending this time with us. So,
Correct.
are you ready for our question?
I am definitely ready. Go ahead, cuz.
Okay,
Hit me up.
so this has been circulating a lot on the book, which guys, let me just tell you, okay, Sylvie, she don't have no Facebook. I'm even surprised she even decided to do this. She's not on no social media. Okay, so to my brothers out there who's trying to be like, okay, what's that link? Let me follow her. You better get into that email. That's how you're gonna get her. Okay. I just put her business out there. Oh my goodness. I just really put her business out there.
Yes, you sure did. All right, thank you, cuz. You sure did.
Anyway, um, our hot topic subject. Give me one. Can you see me
And
okay?
of course, I see you okay
Oh, okay.
with your
Our
beautiful
hot
laugh.
topic is says if your ex send you $4,000 on your birthday, and your current partner tells you to return it, will you? Sylvie, will you?
Um, what you say again? Huh?
You heard the question, okay? If your ex sends you $4,000 on your birthday
Mm-hmm.
and your current partner tells you to return it, will you?
First of all, he shouldn't tell me that. Money is money. What we need to return it for? I'm just saying. But I got when you with somebody, you gotta take their feelings into consideration. So, if Boo Bear say, yeah, you return the money, I'm gonna be like, you sure? I could get you some stuff with that money, right? We could splurge each other, right? Buy some gift, somebody else is dying, I mean, is there any strings attached to that 4K? Um, I would hope not, you know. But I don't know actually what I oh okay, so you see my head wrap just unravel. That lets you know. I'm bad. That lets you know, man, you ain't returning that money. No. I think I will probably convince you that I should keep the money. But it depends though, because some ex, you returning that money in no time. Like, nah, I don't need it. As a matter of fact, you already know you should not send me that money, period. How about that?
So your final answer is that you would keep the money.
It depends on who the ex is. And it depends on what Boo Boo Bear say. Like if Boo Boo Bear be like, yo, we don't need it, return that, then I'm gonna have to go and return it. That's it. I mean, if Boo Boo Bear got money, why do I need the money from the ex for? Right?
See, I have two perspective. Okay, I'm going to answer as Fabby, cousin Sylvie. We're having a girl chat, and
You
then
see
I'm
that
gonna.
ring, right? You see that ring, right? Watch your mouth. You see that ring. Watch your mouth.
So I'm gonna answer on just my perspective as me talking to you, and then I'm gonna respect like just me personally, right? So ideally, my first instinct, I want to say my petty sign want to come on, right? It'd be like, you sent it. This is for all my trials and tribulations that I went through with you. That is, thank you very much. Have a good life. I'm keeping that money. Now, what I choose to do with it, like clearly, you're gonna know that you're not helping me because I'm good. Okay. So that's me. And that's why I said that's my petty side to be like, you're not getting this back. Like you sent it, thank you, whatever. But knowing how some guys think, it's like, would you expect something out of this? Like, I didn't ask you for this. Like, I don't need this. Clearly, I feel like as a not even to a husband point of view, more or less on anyone that's dating you, those egos will go from 0 to 1,000,000, okay? Because they're gonna feel disrespected. They are going to feel that this guy gonna have to come see me, like no, what you doing sending my girl money? Like you don't want to have that kind of doubt, so they feel like, well, why would he be so okay with sending you $4,000? Like, I haven't talked to this person for years. Like, if he sent me some money, my number ain't changed. There's a lot of ways you could get money to people nowadays. You get what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
ideally, you don't want to have that conflict in your new relationship or whatever old relationship. Um, to even question your loyalty to your new guy versus your old guy. So I would kindly, like, gladly return it. Be like, thank you very much. If it's something in my honor or something that you want to do, please donate it to this foundation or whatever. I don't know. I would just probably make something very nice to say thank you for the consideration. Whatever
Yeah.
the reason is. But I guess it all depends. I think I'm gonna ask Andrew that question later on to see what he says.
Yeah, taking in his perspective on it.
I will
What
let you know. I will let you know. The next time I'll let you know what the answer, what the question is, and I'll tell them and let you guys know what that looks
all
like.
right. All right.
So,
Andrew has a lot of questions to ask and he hasn't even shown his face on live. Woo.
listen.
Ask,
And
answer.
so, um, well, guys, This was our first, Let's Talk, Fabie and Sylvie TV, our first episode. If you have any questions, comments, leave it below. Let us know what you think. And we're happy to be doing this. And if you're like us, you're stuck at home. You probably don't have nothing better to do. So why not join the why not join the girl chat? I mean, why not, right? So we'll try our best to make sure that our content are real and you get our real opinions and our point of views, the most important thing. And we
Yes,
want to make
honest.
it fun. And we want to make it fun.
Yeah.
So we don't take it for granted that you even took, if you got this far, then that means this is about you. We will have some surprises. We'll have some giveaways. You want to you
Don't
want to.
tell him too much. Don't
I
tell him
mean,
too
I'm
much.
just saying we got a lot on the go for you guys. So don't think you'll just be wasting your time watching us.
They're not wasting us their time watching us.
But nonetheless, I enjoyed this conversation with you, Sylvie, and I can't wait for our next
Yes,
conversation.
cuz.
I'm sure it's going to get better and better each sessions.
Yeah.
And yeah, hope you guys
Enjoy. Oops.
enjoy the rest of your day. Now, don't laugh at us because of the fact that this is one of our first videos. We had some glitches. Let me tell you about Sylvia, okay? Quickly, guys. It probably took us maybe 45 minutes to finally start this thing. The glitches we went through, but we're here and we got it out. So that's all that matters.
I mean, you see one right now on live because my light just came off. So you see the background light is totally different now. I'm like super in the dark. So it's like, yeah, it was an ordeal to try to get this thing live for today. But you know what? We got it done. It's done. I'm happy that we got it out of the way. Um, I think it's a great first episode, great first talk show. Many more to come with contents filled with humor, comedy, because as much as things are going, a lot of things are going out there. And sometimes people want to tune in and have something to laugh about, so have something to talk about, want to share what's on their heart, what's on their mind. And we want to make sure that we open to do that live together and we talk because we need one another anyway. Whether you want to believe it or not, we need one another. As human beings, we can't just stay isolated by ourselves like that for but so long. We need to talk to people, we need
Exactly.
to see people, we need to be next to people. So with that said, Fabie, I'm so happy we did this. Now I
I
don't know
know.
about you, but I'm excited for the next episode. And probably, hopefully, my light will be better. Something like that. Yeah. Well,
For sure.
we'll make it
And
happen.
we will.
Yeah,
So, um, that's it.
that's
Let
it.
me see what we could do.
That's
Bye,
it.
guys. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for watching.
Wait, are we still live? I
You're
think
still live. We're still live, but it should finish now.